Today I am checking out the highest rated turntables on Amazon and sharing my thoughts on them. This is gonna be a lot of fun. All right, for this I'm on Amazon Canada, so the prices are gonna be in Canadian dollars. So we're searching for turntables, but okay, we gotta, I'm hoping there's none of this all-in-one stuff. My faith is that the highest rated turntables based on customer reviews are going to be the good stuff. So, okay, let's go for Prime. Then we're going to go 4 stars and up. We're going to sort by average customer review. All right, so these are the customer reviews. We can go for the highest rated customer reviews. And, all right, what do we have here? These are looking pretty promising. All right, so it looks like the highest rated, highest reviewed turntable on Amazon by customers is the Fluence RT85 turntable. You see the prices here. Again, that's Canadian dollars. If you're in the US, subtract about 30%. And if you're elsewhere, you got to do your conversions. So this is interesting. The number one rated turntable on Amazon is the Fluence RT85. It's got almost 1,400 ratings, 4.8 stars. These guys, Fluence, has to be the audio success story of the past 5 years, right? They really came from nowhere, and they've become one of the, if not the most popular turntable, at least in the vinyl community. It's pretty bananas. So I do have one of these. They sent me one, gosh, like 4 or 5 years ago for review, and I continue to use it. It comes in a variety of colors. What I will say, this turntable, and probably what makes it so popular, is that for the price, it offers probably the most bang for the buck you're going to get today, right? Comes with an acrylic platter. Comes with an Ortophon, in this case, the blue cartridge and stylus. They have another one out now as well with the Nagaoka MP110, but this one here is the blue. It's basically fully manual, but the record has the capability to stop playing when it gets to the end of a side. You don't have to switch belts and move the belts on pulleys to change the speed. It's got built-in electronic speed control. And it looks good, right? It's got that black piano gloss finish. I can see why this has done so well. And it sounds good, right? I don't really have many complaints with mine. I have a couple of friends who bought them, and they did have some issues with the mechanism seizing up and whatnot, but mine has been okay so far. Let's see what people are saying about it. Let's go down to the reviews. Okay, Heidi, fantastic turntable under $1,000. Unbox and setup was easy. The white gloves were a nice touch. Yeah, that's what Fluence does. They include these white gloves in the box. And I assume that's when you're putting it together, you don't get fingerprints on the piano gloss finish. But I don't know. I see people holding records with the gloves on as well. In the next review, when I purchased this turntable, I really didn't know what I was getting. I thought it would be fully automatic. Well, it wasn't. Yeah, fully automatic turntables are a lot harder to come by nowadays compared to, say, the 70s. This one says, my best turntable ever. Hard to believe that a turntable which compares to much more expensive units is not only this price cheap, but also comes equipped with one of the best Ortophon cartridges. Let's look at the negative. Let's look at the negative reviews, see what people are saying. Top critical reviews, don't like it. Well, Michael, that is not very helpful, is it? Top reviews, I don't like it. Patrick, bummed. The turntable is great, the phono cartridge is great, but the customer service is disappointing. I actually have heard complaints about the Fluence customer service from other people. It says the phono cartridge is not included in their warranty, and Ortophon won't help because you didn't directly purchase it from them. Okay, fine. Next review, sounds distorted, lots of rumble. This turntable is made in Taiwan, which I didn't know when I bought it. I assume the cartridge is made in China also. It sounds distorted to the point I can't listen. That's unusual. Sounds like a setup issue. And okay, another 1-star review, Liz. I purchased an RT85. Unfortunately, the dust cover was broken into 2 pieces and the right channel didn't work. I've got to say Fluence Audio is very good about returning and refunding my money. This review is about the product, though, not the company I purchased it from. Yeah, I guess stuff can happen in transportation or whatnot. Okay, so that's the number 1 rated turntable. Let's go see what else is here. Okay, the second one tied also at 4.8. Also at 4.8 is the Fluence RT82 reference high fidelity, blah, 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 blah. Both of these are good turntables. Basically, the RT82 has the same guts, the same motor, the same build as the more expensive RT85. It's just missing a couple things, right? The RT82 has a cheaper platter. It has a cheaper stylus cartridge, right? Those are the two primary differences. Both those, the better platter and the better cartridge, will improve your sound. They will, but if you don't have the money for an RT85, nothing wrong at all with getting the RT82, and you can easily upgrade it over time, throwing a new needle on there and buying an upgraded platter. So, yeah, interesting. The number 1 and number 2 rated turntables by customers. This is not Amazon reviews. This is customers. Number 1 and number 2 customer rated turntables in Amazon are the Fluence. Number 3, 4.9. Okay, these aren't in any order. This actually has a higher rating than the Fluence ones. What the hell? I thought I sorted this by customer rating. Okay, 4.9. So this one's actually the highest rated on Amazon. Is a Project Debut Carbon EVO turntable. I got to say, I'm a huge fan of project turntables, and I kind of feel that they are a little underrated. Companies like Fluence have really stolen some of their thunder, maybe, but project turntables are fantastic. I have a regular Project Debut Carbon, but I've upgraded it with a platter and a speed box and a better cartridge. But in my view, you can't go wrong with the Project Debut Carbon or the Project Carbon EVO here. The EVO out of the box comes with some upgrades that are not on the standard Project Debut Carbon. That includes built-in electronic speed control, so you don't actually have to physically move the belt. Comes with an upgraded steel platter, better feet, and a better motor mount. It doesn't come with an acrylic platter, though. That's the one thing I would add to it if I bought it. All right, what else do we have here? We have a belt. We have a record clamp. We have an Audio-Technica stylus. Okay, here's another 4.9. So this is tied for number 1 as well. This is the new Technics SL100C turntable. Man, I have been so curious about this turntable. You know, I'm a huge Technics fan. I have a SL1200. I usually have it here. Actually, I have my Project Debut Carbon there right now. I'm a huge fan of the Technics, and the SL100 is newer in North America. It's been available in Europe, I think, for a year or two. And it's similar to the SL1500C. It's very similar, but a couple things have been stripped away from it. It doesn't have a built-in preamp, and the cartridge is a step down. So let's click on this. And you know what? I found it funny kind of that the SL1500C came with a built-in preamp, because if you're spending over $1,000 on a turntable, I think most people spend that kind of cash. And maybe I'm going on a limb here, but I think most people spending that kind of cash on a turntable don't need a built-in preamp. You can have an external one already, or you can have one built into your stereo system. It's probably going to sound better than what comes in a turntable, but that's just me. So they stripped that out. That's cool. Let's take a look at this. Enter real, the write-up. This is kind of cheesy. Enter real vinyl culture. Real vinyl culture. What the hell does that mean? With the Technics premium class turntable with a single rotor, coreless, direct drive, brushless DC motor. That's a mouthful. For smooth, stable playback, accurately reads your records, audiophile grade cartridge. That's a bit of a lie. I thought the weak point with this one is the cartridge that they included with it. It was an Audio-Technica ATVM 95C cartridge, which is fine. Nothing against that cartridge, but if I'm paying $1,400, I would hopefully get a better cartridge with that. I assume most people who are buying this are taking that cartridge off right away or upgrading it or whatever. I think Techniques would almost be better off selling this without a cartridge, without a stylus at all. I think the AT kind of cheapens it a bit. Again, nothing against that cartridge. It's just this is, if you're marketing this as sort of a premium turntable, it's not a premium cartridge. It's kind of, strikes me as a bit odd. Otherwise, this is great. It says, visit the Techniques store. Yeah, here we go. Enter real vinyl culture. I still don't get that. I don't get it. The marketing is a bit odd there. But I'm so curious about this turntable. I've actually been tempted to get it. I'm not going to right now because that's a lot of cash. And I have more turntables than I know what to do with. But man, it's a great machine. For all intents and purposes, it's fully manual and super simple. It's all you need, right? It's got the S-shaped tone arm. From what I understand, it's got an adjustable vertical tracking angle. Auto lifter minimizes wear on your record. So it actually lifts. Okay, that's interesting. That's kind of cool. It's got the dust cover with the classic Techniques bubble on there. The coreless direct drive motor for high rotation accuracy and signal precision. I'm digging this, man. I would consider getting something like this if I didn't have so many turntables. It comes in at about 22 pounds. So I think that's a little bit lighter than a traditional SL1200. But as I said, this has everything you need and doesn't have anything you don't need. Start, stop, 33, 45. Doesn't have the pop-out light. There's no light on there. S-shaped tone arm. Looks like a really, really nice turntable. I can totally see why that one is one of the most popular, highly rated turntables on Amazon. And where do we get to after that? So after that, we're kind of getting into the 4.5 star ones, right? The Audio-Technica AT-LP 120X. If you're curious about that one, I did review the LP 120X a couple months back. I will leave a link to that. And then we're down into the 4.5 star stuff. All right, 33ers, what sort of turntable do you own? And would you recommend it? Let us know in the comments below. Also, you should check out this video I did on my favorite turntables under $500. I'll see you there in a couple of minutes. Until then, keep on spinning.